Thank you for that. All right, so yeah, these guys, quick overview, FX overview. Go through a quick trade idea, yen flows, quite an insight, FX positioning, and current heat map. I don't care about the heat map. Right, so euro. Give you a quick overview of what they've basically said with the euro. So you can read it yourself and whatnot, but they're expecting dovish, like sort of tone and all that sort of stuff. They are expecting euro to can you continue to the downside. Obviously, it states right there. This is the very, you can read all this, but it comes down to the very overview. They're looking at is euro risk to the downside for now. That's euro against the US dollar, by the way. They're talking about euro dollar. All their analysis is here. This is their fundamental analysis. These guys don't really look at technical analysis when trading the markets. They're more basic. Again, as most firms, they aren't so much looking at. Let me move my microphone. They're not so much looking at technicals, but more so the fundamental, right? Big fundamental views on why they want to sell currencies, right? This gives you an insight on how the big players trade, how the big banks trade and institutions, investment banks, and that sort of stuff. US dollar, rally switch to yield spreads. Quick little overview. US remains bid in the near term, but concerns over growth. Yeah, okay. So they're expecting, at the moment, the US dollar to remain strong, right? So the US dollar to go down is what they're expecting. And they're expecting the US dollar to remain strong for now, with expected reversals in the US dollar strength later in the year, right? Other stuff can cause that. I'm not going to read all this. This is boring. For those that are in my group, you have this article. You can go read it yourself. Now, Aussie dollar. Yeah, Aussie dollar. Again, big overview here. Very bearish on the Aussie dollar against all Aussie currencies. That is not just the Aussie dollar. Australian dollar is being affected, obviously, with the whole lockdowns at the moment. So all the other countries are coming out of lockdown, UK and all this sort of stuff. Everyone's vaccinated and going back to work and all this sort of stuff. Fundamentally, that's going to push the pound, the pound up against the Aussie and that sort of stuff. So, for me, Aussie dollar short, pound dollar long, and that sort of stuff, and against other sort of currencies and whatnot. So yeah, here's a quick little overview of the takeaway for the Aussie in terms of fundamentals. Outlook for the Aussie remains near term. Policy divergence continue. The favor lower Aussie New Zealand. So I like the fact that they shorted the Aussie New Zealand. Where is their signal? Yeah, somewhere. Short Aussie New Zealand. I opened this last night or this morning. And it would have been last night. Last night for me in Australia. They are shorted at 1.0565, targets at 1.025, stop loss at 1.0750. Now you go and look at their size of their trade. Their take profit is down here. Okay, well, their take profit is down here. So it's a big 311 pip trade or so, give or take. But their stop loss is up here. Okay, gives you a good insight on where these big banks place their stop losses and take profits, right? Like I said, they don't have these little take profits and that sort of stuff. They shorted here, stop loss up here, right? They're not looking for that little tight stop loss because they understand that markets can get a little rational at times, and you may sort of push up before the next push down. And that's what I think. That's why I always have a wide stop loss when I have trade. Not massive stop loss, but wide enough. I used to have wider stop losses, but like, for instance, if I was to short this, before I started giving signals out, my stop loss would probably be up here. But accounting for everyone else's stop loss that I give signals to, I have to have a bit of a tighter stop loss just for everyone else, because I understand not everyone has, a substantial amount of capital where they can have a large stop loss. So I try and account for that in my signal group. So yeah, it gives you good insight on, big 170 pip stop loss, 320 pip target or so. So go back to that report. I did tell everyone the reasoning behind the trade. I sort of gave it a brief overview of what they're shorting. Here's their portfolio performance. So for this particular trader here, last year, this year so far, these are their trades right there. And that's a currently new trade open at the moment. Yens. I haven't read this part yet. I'll suggest that US dollar has become much less unavailable against the dollar. Okay. See about. Cool. All right. So I want to give a quick overview of that. A few things there. What's this one? Okay, cool. So yeah, basically we understand that obviously Aussie dollar is getting Aussie in general, Aussie currency is getting very weak. Euro dollar, and that depends. I don't always have the same view as everyone, but they're expecting euro to remain weak at the meantime, dollar to keep its strength, US dollar that is, and others. So anyway, let's go over the current trades we're in. Aussie, New Zealand. Yeah, look, we currently hold this. I'm going to hold this one over the weekend. I'm expecting this to break. Where's my drawing? I think pull it over here. I am expecting this to break, right? Retest. If it does pull up into here, it really does not bother me. Okay, it doesn't bother me because I expect this to push back down anyway. So I'm happy to hold it while it consolidates through here. Right? Ideally, yeah, I would like it to sort of push through, break, and continue down to sort of my target levels. But again, happy to hold it over the weekend. Did take silver as well. In my, I gave this one out not long ago in my signal group as well today. Going short on silver. Right. Obviously, playing retest, big rejection, big bearish engulfer. Nice to have bought. This one's my video is in the road. Oh, is it? What about now? Is that better? David? Is that better? I don't know if I move it, if it works, or if it's like default where it sits. It's still there. Okay, I might just turn it off then. Okay. Yeah, so basically that's the very simple reasoning behind this. So yeah, this one's based more on the four hour than anything. But yeah, I do like it. I know that the daily is pushed up a little bit against the 200, but I'm very confident in this one that it's gonna push down into those levels there. So yeah, look, for this one, I'm definitely looking for it to continue lower. It's just a matter of holding it. All right. I'm gonna skip that one for now. Copper. Now, Peter Schaefer, are you in here? If you're in here, if you're not, it's okay. But we've been watching this one, right? Remember, we're talking about waiting for this whole area to break. Peter, if you're here. So we finally did break, and we finally got this consolidation. I like this one, right? For next week, I'm definitely looking going long on this one as copper. It's just a matter of well, actually, what I would like is if it does come down into here, that's where I'd be looking at buying it. To push up into these levels here. So yeah, definitely looking at that one as of next week. Oil, again, oil, I do like oil to the upside. So that's just my support I had. This one's more based on the 4 hour. Look, the daily's nicely above the 220 and the 50. So I'm happy to go to the 4 and start looking for an entry. Where's that going to be? Basically in the supported level through here. All right, targets up here. So I am happy to look at the 1 hour on this one, right? We sort of just look at that, and we've got the 50% pullback within this little support level. I don't mind this, right? To the upside. So again, next week, see how it goes. Pound Oz, we're basically just waiting for this to break, right? We're stuck, price comes in. I will buy it. If it comes down to here, I will definitely buy it. Otherwise, break and retest is what I'm looking for next week on the Pound Oz. This one's probably both technically and fundamentally, the better wants to push up. Aussie CAD looking to go down. This one's finally broken this support. So next week, I'm definitely looking for this to continue lower. Just on a bit of a, obviously wait for the pullback and the next push down. So a little while off for this one to look at short yet, but we will look at short this one next week. Gold, yeah, just don't like gold. Aussie dollar, I do like Aussie dollar. Right, where are we testing at the moment? Overbought, right? You got the one overbought stochastics, resistance level right through there. This to there is a nice 50% as well, 50% pullback. On top of that, you do have some, rejection candles. It's looking good, right? Definitely looking good. All I want to see, actually, I did put this one on the daily article. I think it was this one. Let me have a look. So for those that don't know, on my website, I have daily articles. So yeah, it was Aussie dollar. So go check that out on my website, daily articles. I did post about Aussie dollar today and what we're looking for. Actually, if you're following these two, the last couple were actually really good. These two made some nice profit. Well, actually, they're still running. But that one we took profits on. That one's still running. So yeah, it's worth reading them, right? Worth reading them. I'll give you guys the link right there. Yeah, guys, I'll get to your charts in a minute. Let me go through my list. All right, pounds, dollar, no. We went over Singapore. Dollar Swissy, right? Dollar Swissy. I definitely like dollar Swiss to push down to 0.89470. So I think there's quite a bit of room to move down. I just think, obviously we need to see a pullback, and that pullback to me is around the 50% and, oversold and whatnot. So I'm definitely liking that one. Again, for next week, I'm going to sit on my hands for the rest of the day. I'm going to leave my office as soon as this webinar finishes. But that's the level we're looking at to sell this next week. 50% resistance, already overbought. That's going to look nice, right? So definitely like that one. Aussie New Zealand gone over. Pound New Zealand, lead. I might go with that one. Euro Swiss, again, Euro Swiss is a good one as well. Euro Swiss targets for me is 1.07430. So looking at pushing this one from this support level to there, looking at that 50% pullback right through there. I reckon we could stall around here, rejection, bearish engulfer, and look at taking that short, right? So that's it for that. Watch this. I'll quickly go over CAD yen was the first one I asked about. Yeah, that's right. This one. Again, for next week, I want to see a big bullish engulfer close above this inverse head and shoulders, right? After bounce off the 200 EMA, support, oversold. Let's wait for a big bullish engulfer on that one. M32101. Big bullish engulfer on the daily chart. Euro yen. Yeah, Euro yen, definitely to the upside, right? I mean, on a daily where, we're in some nice support, possible little inverse head and shoulders here, coming from an oversold. I do like it. But again, let's wait for some, movement to the upside. There's nothing worth watching the daily for. Anything lower than the daily is not worth it. Actually, that weekly looks really good. Yeah, I'm definitely bullish on this one, right? It's just a matter of looking for an entry. We'll come back to this one on Monday's webinar. To look at it. All right, Jumla, take care. New Zealand CAD. It's not the cleanest on the daily. But shorten is definitely the bias to go short. Daily is not so much, but we are under the 20, 50, 200. So I'd be going on this will be much more of a day trade perspective, 4 hour, 1 hour. And that's actually your entry right there. That's actually not bad, right? So coming from the daily, let me explain this. Obviously, the daily is a little bit more consolidation than trending, but you are on the 200, so we want to continue short on that and the 20 to 50, right? But it's all about the 4 hour, right? 4 hour, 1 hour. coming through this break, obvious big head and shoulders there, right? There's your neckline, break, retest, rejection, rejection. Hey, I don't mind that. Hey, I really don't mind that one, Ling. There's your entry, and you know what? For a day trade, that's actually worth it. Take profit down here. Got squeeze about 70 pips out of that, Ling. David, does silver and gold correlate? From time to time, but not necessarily. You can be long gold, short silver, and both trades can be correct. All right, let's move it on. New Zealand dollar. Nothing on New Zealand dollar at all. I really don't see anything at all. It's stuck in consolidation. Until that consolidation breaks, there's zero for me. Euro, Hungarian forint. Yeah, nice. I don't mind it. Really do not mind this one. That's a good one. Very, very clean setup on the 4 hour. We've already had, obviously resistance, come down, retest here, come down, retest again, push up, come down, retest. What do you expect? Oversold. That's not bad. Rodrigo, I don't mind it. You could look at taking that one. I'm not going to, but you could definitely, that's more than a valid trade. Dimitri, if pound Oz not consolidated. Just wait for it to break, Dimitri. No, so it's oh wait, did you say pound Oz? Pound Oz, I had it marked out on the other chart here. No, so for this one, look, very clear, very nice uptrend on daily. Small consolidation on the 4, that's fine, right? What you want is either, if it comes down to here, happy to buy it, provided we get the correct price action. Otherwise, break, retest, look for the push up. If it breaks a slow point here, then I'm looking to buy it at this level here, right, which is a 50%. But that's, we can go over that next week. We'll see how this week ends. New Zealand Swiss, no, it didn't. I don't see too much just yet. Definitely downwards. Daily's retesting that level. 4 hour, I'd really want to see the 4 hold below there. Yeah, 4 holes below there before I'm interested in it. Cool. Oh, that's really all there is to look at the moment. Quick analysis of the markets. We will do more in-depth Monday's, what do you call it, watch list. But for now, guys, that's really all there is to look at. A little bit of insight on what we're looking at, what we're holding, why we took some trades. Don't forget, go check out the daily articles on my site. They're very helpful. Right? Very helpful. This one's here, written by me every morning. All right, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Apart from that, take care. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I did, but AJ, I did have it on, but I got told it was in the way of someone. I don't know how to move it. Like if I move it on my screen, I don't think it moves for you guys. So I don't know how to set it as a default area on Zoom. If anyone knows, please let me know. Yeah, so like right now where it is, I've just moved it on the other side of the screen. I don't think that moves it for you guys. Did it? Like right there? Did that move? Let me know. Still in the same place, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, apart from that, take care. We'll see you Monday. Cheers, guys.